Okay. Yeah, let me share the screen. Yeah, go ahead, Thăng Thiền. You can read here, please. So we learned the chapter, right? Chapter. Uh,
Đúng không? 131 là
biết rồi. They go down. It's just one. Okay. Yeah, chapter 11. Okay, the emergence of a treasure tower.
ừ.
Yeah, go ahead, Thăng Thiền, please.
Okay, yeah, 1.5. At that time, the Buddhas of the 10 directions each spoke to his multitude of bodhisattvas, saying, "Good man, now I must go to the Saha world, to the place where Sakyamuni Buddhas is, and also offer alms to the treasures tower of many treasures, thus come one." The Saha world thereupon immediately changed into a place of cleanness and purity. The ground was made of lapis lazuli, jewel tree adorned it, and the ropes of gold mark off 8 highways. There were no villages, towns, or cities. Great seas or rivers, mountains, stream, or forests. Great jewel incense were burning there, and mandala flower covered the ground all over. Jewel net and curtain were spread above, hung with jewel bells, and the members of the assembly alone were gathered there, and all other heavenly and human beings having been moved to another region. Um, so what is saying? Can you please scroll up? Oh, you
Oh,
only.
sorry. No, I think we stop here. Sorry. You can read this part. Sorry. I wrote that, but I could not see it. Yeah, at the time here.
At the time, Sakyamuni Buddha wishing to provide space for all the Buddhas that were emanation of his body. In addition, transformed 210,000 million users of land in each of the 8 directions, making them all clean and pure and without hell's hungry spirit, beast, or sewer. He also moved all the heavenly and the human beings to another region. The ground in these lands that he had transformed were also made of lapis lazuli. Jewel trees adorned them, each tree 500 yojana high and adorned with branches, leaves, flowers, and fruit in due proportion. There were jewel lions seated under all the trees, 5 yojana in height and ornamented with various kinds of treasure. These lands, too, were without great seas or rivers, or any kind of ranges of mountains such as Machilanda's mountain, Mahamachulanda mountain, Island Encircling Mountain, Great Island Encircling Mountains, or Mount Sumeru. The whole area comprised a single Buddha land, and the Jurong region level and smooth, curtained crisscross with festoons of jewel, were spread everywhere, banner and canopy hung down. Great jewel incense burned, and heavenly jewel flower covered the ground all around. So yeah, most of that. This is what second Buddha do is he is making the place for all the Buddhas to be there. He tried to make a place for the Buddha so it's all clean and pure and without any any living beings that are in hell, uh, hungry ghosts, beast, or sewer, and he tried to move all the heavenly and human beings to another region. So he made this place look nice and pure so that it's not like what is like on the earth. It's kind of different. It doesn't have any sea or rivers or any type of mountain. And this region is really level and smooth, and it's a really nice looking place. Yeah,
You know the reason why mm, the Buddha moved the heavenly and human beings to different regions, and there were no hell, hungry ghosts. This Asura, you know why?
yeah, I think this place is pure and is only for the one who is has a pure mind, and so that they come to this place to co- to to cultivate their mind. And this is the place where is there are no five desires, and this is the place where they don't create the bad karmas.
Mm. Yeah, cô Thông Nguyễn, you know why? Why did the Buddha move the human beings, celestial beings, to different region, and there's no hell, hungry spirit, and so forth? When he speak this Dharma, and somehow the route turn into the pure place.
Um, yeah, today I think that because to when the human being in the other state of mind, they will have uh, more trust on the words of the Buddha, because for them it's really hard to believe that what is the Buddha state of mind, and the words of all the Buddhas is.
Hmm. So you think the Buddha actually moved them, or even move us to, right? We are one of them, to different region, or what?
I think he uses skillful mind to make people seeing um, or the uh, through his power. Their state of mind can be able to see this world that normally they are not able to see
Hmm.
with
Hmm.
their mind.
Yeah, I don't know whether I mentioned this. So one time, um, Venerable Ananda asked Buddha, "Why did you appear on this earth? It's so dirty. This this impure place." So hearing that, the Buddha sat down and touched his palm to the ground, and the rock become gold. And the Buddha say, "Wow, this was is pure place for me." So I think this is suitable with what we just mentioned here. You understand, Thăng Thiên? You understand that meanings?
Um, can you repeat the meaning?
I mean that uh, when the Buddha touched the round turned into the golden round, and the Buddha say, "Actually, I live in the pure place, not the impure like Venerable Ananda say." So at first, Venerable Ananda complained, Why did you come here? Why did you appear on this impure place? I mean, that this earth. So that's why when the Buddha touched the rock become pure, become a golden one. So Buddha say, this place is the pure place for me. It's similar to this parshat, the parshat that you just read. Do you understand the meaning now?
Mm. Yeah, Mopatay, the meaning is he appeared in the Pure Land to help all living beings to attain liberation. And it's a place where you can cultivate to receive blessing. And if he appeared in the Pure Land, he would not have the right opportunity to practice the way.
Okay. Yeah, cô Thông Nguyễn, you understand that parshat?
I understand to say because in the Buddha state of mind, he does not have ill will, weak, or any hatred, or um, all of his pure. So therefore, he see everything around him is a pure land for him. And also on the way to enlightenment, that's why he show people to practice, because when we practice, our states of mind will also change. At a certain point, everything what happened before that, we realize it was just a dream, and it's happened to anyone can who practice the way. So when it happened, the being will feel, oh, everything around them is the pure land. So even the people, like the Buddha said, all the beings will be the Buddha in the future. And it's um, everyone has their own world and mind and karma, and since depend on how one practice, um, they can also reach to the state of mind.
So
Uh,
basically, if we have pure mind, everything is pure. If you have impure mind, everything is impure, right? At
yes,
home,
so
yeah, at home we can change our house or home into a pure place, right? A temple, and
yeah,
vice versa. So depend upon the state of mind. So
for
when
example, when I go to work, I have some very difficult colleagues from different religions. I just think, oh, they are great bodhisattvas. They just want to test me.
mm,
So with this mindset, I feel more calm, and I feel more confident to talk to them in a way to have a better solutions when conflict arise. If I don't have the state of mind, and then I think, oh, they are this, they are that, then it's impossible for me to come to compromising. So I practice this a lot, and I start understand why the Buddha teach us that everyone have the Buddha nature, and since we see this in them, we uh, we from the compassion point of view, we are easier to communicate and to be closer to them. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, this is what I understand.
yeah. So that's a state of mind. That state of mind is so important that not many non-Buddhist people recognize. Even Buddhist people too, if they don't understand Buddha teaching, they get stuck with their mind, with their delusion. Yeah, yeah. Please, cô Thông Nguyễn, can read next, please.
Yes, thưa thầy. Sakyamuni Buddha, in order to provide seats for all the Buddhas that were arriving, once more transformed to 110,000 million yutas of land in its of 8 directions, making them all clean and pure and without health, hungry spirits, beasts, or asuras. He also moved all the heavenly and human beings to other regions. The ground in these lands that he had transformed was likewise made of lapis lazuli. Yarrow trees adorn the lands, each tree 500 yanas in height and adorned with branches, leaves, flowers, and fruit in due proportions. There was yellow lion sits under all these trees, 5 yojanas in height and ornaments with great yellows. They land towards without great sea or rivers, or any kindly rains such as Mujilinda Mountain, Great Mujilinda Mountains, Iron Cling Mountains, Great Iron Cling Mountains, or Mount Sumeru. The whole area is comprising a single Buddha land, a Eros region level and smooth, contains crisscrossed with a festoon of yellow words spread everywhere, banners and canopies hung down, great yellow incense burnt, and heavenly Euros flowers cover the ground all around. So in this part again, the Lotus Sutra teaches us um, how the words of the Buddha state of mind is, and um, also it's really pure and um, it has no health or hungry spirits or beasts or asuras. Yeah, I need that.
Mm. So in the West, they say that the law of attraction, right? If our state of mind is pure and positive, we will attract the positive people, right? And if we have negative state of mind, we attract to those people. So that's why in this Buddha land, actually, this impure land, um, Buddha can transform in his vision, not illusion, but his vision that they become pure land here in this impure land. You follow that, Thang Thieng? You understand?
Yes, yes, Mopatai, yes.
Yeah, it's so important. That's why it's better for us to maintain the positive state of mind. Mm. Okay, so John, can you read please, John?
At that time, the emanation of Shakti Buddha from the eastern region, Buddha and lions equal in numbers to hundreds, thousands, 10,000 millions of Nayutas and Gangdasans, each preaching the law, had assembled there. And bit by bit, the Buddhas from the 10 directions all came and assembled in this way and were seated in the 8 directions. At this time, each of the directions was filled with Buddhas, thus come ones in 410,000 million Ayuthas lands.
Yeah, you can stop there. Mm. You understand what's about?
A bit.
Mm. You understand?
Just a little bit.
Mm. Yeah, so basically, the Buddha say the Buddhas uh, came from everywhere, 10 directions gather here. And each of them have their own seat uh, to assemble here to listen to what second Buddha speech about this Lotus Sutra. Right? Yeah, thầy giáo pháp, please.
Nam mô Phật. At that time, the Buddha he sit on a lion seat under one of the chill tree. On this path, their attendant to go and greet the Sakyamuni Buddha. Each Buddha present his attendant with a handful of true flower and said, "Good man, you must go to Mount Hitkakata, to the place where Sakyamuni Buddha is, and speak to him as instruct you. As I instruct you, say, are your illness feel and your worry feel? His spirit and vigor, are you well and happy? And are the Bodhisattva and the boy here are well and peace? Then take this pure flower and scatter them about the Buddha as an offering, and say, Buddha so would like to participate in opening of this treasure tower. All the Buddha dispatched their attendant to speak in this manner. At that time, Sakyamuni Buddha saw the Buddha that were his emanation or assembled, sitting on a lion seat, and heard this Buddha say that they wish to participate in the opening of the treasure tower. Immediately he arose from his seat and stationed himself in the mid-air. All the four kinds of believers likewise stood up, pressed their palms together, and gazed at the Buddha with a single mind. So basically, at this time, all the Buddha who were on the lion seat, they send each Buddha send one attendant to go and visit at the Sakyamuni Buddha, and each Buddha give the attendant with the pure flower, and that the Buddha instructs the Bodhisattva to say this to the Sakyamuni Buddha. Good man, you no, said this. Uh, are you are your illness feel, your worry feel, his spirit and vigor, are you well and happy? And our Bodhisattva and boy here are well and peace. So scattering the flower above the Buddha to offer. So basically that they said that all the Buddha wish to participate into the opening the treasure tower. So that is the Buddha arose to the mid-air, and all the four kind believer also stuck up with their palm together and single-minded. Yeah. So basically, they want to see the Buddha, Sakyamuni Buddha, to open the treasure tower, because all his transformation body already gathering at the in front of the tower. So that is where the Buddha going to do it. Okay.
So again, why did second Buddha rose from his seat and station himself in the mid-air? What's the meaning then?
That is the represent for the emptiness, I guess.
Yeah.
Because,
Why is that?
huh?
Why is that? Why he need to stay in that state of mind, the emptiness state of mind?
Because the tower, the treasure tower, inside the treasure tower also have the Dhammagaya body of the past Buddha. So basically, that is represent for the Buddha nature of our being. Yeah.
Mm. Plus, there's no attachment, right?
Mm.
Remember, we studied before. The Buddha say that we need to enter the Buddha house, wear the Buddha robes, and sit on his throne, enter his house of compassion, wear his robe of patience, and sit on his throne of emptiness.
Mm.
This is so applicable in our practice if we can do that. Yeah, Thân Thiện, please.
Yeah, Shakyamuni Buddha, with the fingers of his right hand, then opened the door of the tower of seven treasures. A loud sound issued from it, like the sound of a lock and a crossbar being removed from the great city's gate. At once all the member of the assembly caught sight of many treasures thus come when seated on a lion seat inside the treasure tower. His whole body and unimpaired, sitting as though engaged in meditation. And they heard him say, Excellent, excellent Sakyamuni Buddha, you have preached the Lotus Sutra in a spiritual manner. I have come here in order to that I may hear this sutra. At the time, the four kinds of believer, observing the Buddha who have passed into ascension, immeasurable thousands, 10,000s, millions of kalpas in the past, speaking in this way, marvel at what they had never known before, and took the masses of heavenly jewels, flowers, and scattered them over many treasure Buddha and Shakyamuni Buddhas. Yeah, more for type. This is what the many treasures thus come on when he made a vow in the past that whoever make whoever preach the Lotus Sutra this way in a spirited manner. And when Sakyamuni Buddha preached this Lotus Sutra, and he was be able to meet this Buddha, and so when this Buddha, when this many treasure thus one meets Sakyamuni Buddha, he say this in a way like excellent Sakyamuni Buddha. This is what this Buddha we say to every being who teach living being this Lotus Sutra. Um, and for this one, so at the time, so there are four kind of believer who observing what the Buddha did. They see what they never seen before, and they use the heavenly jewel flower and scatter over the magic, the many treasure Buddha and Sakyamuni Buddha. So this is how I understand.
So you understand why Buddha opened the lock, right, to reveal many treasure first come one and as many treasure Buddha, and that Buddha say that I come here to hear this sutra. Why is that? Why that past Buddha came here to see and listen to this sutra? And why did second Buddha need to open that treasure tower and reveal this the Buddha inside? You know, you understand the indication of this passage? So two questions. One is why did second Buddha need to open that treasure tower? That's the first question. The second question is that why did that Buddha say that I came here to listen to this sutra? There's two questions. You understand that?
Yeah, yeah, more for Thai. I understand the second question, But the first question, I'm still have to do some thinking. For the second question, why did the past Buddha come here to listen to this Lotus Sutra? Because he made a vow in the past.
Okay. Yeah.
And the first one is, why did the Buddha open the lock? In this way,
But in that Buddha, the many treasures Buddha open the treasure house by himself instead of waiting for second Buddha to open.
yeah, most likely. I think it has something to do with his supernatural power, that he know that if he opened the door and if the door ends, something might happen. That's what he know. That's how I understand.
Cô Thân Nguyễn, you understand that two questions?
Yes, Thầy. I think Sakyamuni Buddha is the Lotus Sutra is his Buddha achievement. I do think that he opened the lock because he made a vow in the past. Since he offered the lotus flower to a Buddha in the past, and at that time that Buddha already predicted that he will become the Buddha, the seventh Buddha of this earth. So therefore, they were waiting for him until he reached this Buddha nature of his own state of mind, and that's why the Sakyamuni Buddha he has the vow to come to this world. That's why at the beginning, people ask him why he come into this dirty and not pure lands to become the Buddha. And the Lotus Sutra is represent his Buddha nature. So therefore, in this Lotus Sutra, he also witnessed to everyone that he is a great example, that he planted seeds with the Buddha in the past through many bodhisattva life of doing bodhisattva. In one day, he become a Buddha, and this Lotus Sutra is the witness of his all of his journey to become the Buddha. And therefore, he should be the one who opened the lock. And also the question why the other Buddha asking him, I have to come here to listen to this Lotus Sutra with spirit, because this is the spirit of Sakyamuni Buddha. So every Buddha has their own Buddha spirit, state of mind, and therefore other Buddha want to learn this from him. This is what I understand.
Your Pháp.
Okay. I think it's the question is the many trace Buddha. He make the vow that if any Buddha in the future who are preaching the Lotus Sutra, he will be there to listen to the sutra. That is the vow. Because the vow, he come there. The second one is why the Buddha, the second Muni Buddha opened the gate, right? Because this is also from the many tracer Buddha vow that in order for the Trajan Buddha, that means Sakyamuni Buddha, to open the tracer tower, he had to fulfill the request from the many tracer Buddha. That means he had to gathering all his transformation body of the Buddha from 10 directions to gathering in one place to witness the opening of the treasure tower. And when he be able to gathering all the Buddha, that means all his animation Buddha, that means the transformation Buddha, in one place. That's why he be able to open the 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 tower. That is due to the vow of the many treasure Buddha. So
Yeah, that's good. One thing, yeah, one thing I want to add is that this sutra, Lotus Sutra, talk about one vehicle. That's been the Buddha vehicle. That's everyone should recognize Buddha nature. And when the Buddha talk about this sutra, that's like he opened the treasure house. Recognize oh Buddha inside that. That means whoever attend the Buddhahood could recognize uh, limitless Buddhas. That is Dhamma Kaya, that means Dhamma body. And that's why he need second Buddha need to open that treasure house, not the many true Buddha. Many true Buddha is just the symbolic way uh, to remind us that that's our pure nature has that kind of pure nature there. When we can attain that state of mind, we can open, go back to our Dhammakaya, uh, the mm, the Buddha nature of our mind, own mind. Mm. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Let's see here. Yeah, Miss Thăng Nguyen, please.
Yes, okay. At that time, the four kinds of believer observing this Buddha who had passed into extinction immeasurable thousands, 10,000s, millions of kalpas in the past, speaking in this way, marvelous at what they had never known before, and took the masses of heavenly jewels, flowers, and scattered them over many treasure Buddhas and Sakya Muni Buddha. At that At that time, many treasure Buddhas offer half of his seat in the treasure tower to Sakyamuni Buddha, saying, Sakyamuni Buddha, sit here. Sakyamuni Buddha at once entered the tower and took half of the seats, sitting himself in cross-legged positions. At that time the members of great assembly, seeing the two thus come ones sit cross-legged on the lion seats in the tower of seven treasure, all thought to themselves, these Buddhas are sits high up and far away. If only the thus come one would employ their transcendental power to enable all of us to join them there in the air. Um, So I understand that in this part, um, they invite the Sakya, the Buddhas, the many treasure Buddha invite Sakya Muni Buddha sits together with them in the meditation pose, and everyone look at them, and they all want to that they will able to join the to join all the Buddhas in this state of mind in the air. Um, so, in my point of view, I understand that the many treasure Buddhas, they are also one of the Sakyamuni Buddha. He also have his uh, body in this seat. Therefore, he is able to join uh, the Buddhas there. Also, this is also the symbol for four kinds of believers. That man, layman, monk, non-layman, laywoman, to see them as an example, and that we that the practice to enlightenment is actually is learning to detach to the thing around and be enjoy the state of mind that together with all the Buddhas. This I understand this part today.
So my question for you, why did second Buddha sit together with that many treasure Buddha? What's the meaning? What's the symbolic way of explanation?
In my opinion, he just come back to where his belong, and to my understanding from now until now of Buddhism is that the Buddha, the Sakyamuni Buddha, he was the Buddha, and he appeared to us, to teach sentient beings to about the Buddha nature. And in this part, the Lotus Sutra teach us that when once become the Buddha, that once enlightened persons belong to this Buddha's community, and yeah, and they want to show this is an example, so that the four kind of believers can look upon them as a great example. This is what I understand today.
Please remember three types of Buddha body, right? Dhammakaya, Dhamma body, the reward body, and the transformation body. So here let's talk about Dhamma body. Dhamma body, as everyone has. That's why Second Buddha opened the treasury town. He entered, that means he attained that state of mind already. He attained that Dhamma body. That's why he could sit together with this many treasure Buddha. So they are the same. There's not much different because they attain that Dhamma body already. But for us, we have, but we have not activated yet. So that's why the next passage, yes, the four assembly of the disciple look up to the Buddha and want to throw them in the air. That's when want to attain that state of mind, right? To the emptiness state of mind, plus to attain that Dhamma body, not the communities of Buddha. No, we have to base on three types of three bodies of Buddha. Okay. All right. Tammy, welcome back.
Okay,
You feel
thank
bad?
you. I still feel bad.
What's that?
I still feel bad.
Oh, really? You take medicine?
Just yeah, just a little bit. It doesn't seem to be helping much.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, we missed you yesterday, and then somehow it's just odd. When you were here, Chris is not. When Chris here, you're not. It's very odd. Anyway, you have to read this one.
Sure. Okay. Immediately, Shakyamuni Buddha used his transcendental powers to lift the members of the Great Assembly up into the air. In a loud voice, he addressed all the four kinds of believers, saying, "Who is capable of broadly preaching the Lotus Sutra of the wonderful law in this Saw world? Now is the time to do so, for before long the thus come one will enter nirvana." The Buddha wishes to entrust this Lotus Sutra of the wonderful law to someone so that it may be preserved. So he's wanting to find out who's ready to go out and preach the Dhamma, since Shakyamuni Buddha is about to enter Nirvana. So he wants to make sure that the Dharma is preserved and passed on.
Yeah, let me summarize what we just discussed and read about above passage. So basically, second Buddha, he gathered all of his transformation body, and he opened the treasury tower so that everyone can see the many treasury Buddha. And that many treasury Buddha say that I come here because I want to listen to this sutra. And now this passage say that yes, when the four kind of of Buddha disciple, like the monk, the nun, the female and male lay disciple, look up to the sky and see these two Buddhas sitting together, second Buddha and the many treasury Buddhas sit on the air, and they wish to do so. So that's why in this passage they say that yes, I want to move up there with you to listen to your teaching. That's why Shakyamuni Buddha say yes. He used his sacred power to lift them up, and after that he asked who can teach this sutra for me on my behalf after I enter nirvana. So this means when he opened the treasure tower, that means he entered this kind of Dhamma body. Same as all Buddhas in the past, present, and future. And both of them stay or station on the air. That's represent the emptiness. That's their state of mind. There's no attachment at all for the one who attend to that statement of mind, that Buddhahood state of mind. And the fourfold assembly, that means his student want to follow him to study. That's why he used his teaching to teach them so that they could attend to that state of mind, to the emptiness state of mind. And that's why he asked further, who can uphold, who can teach this sutra for me. So the one who have attained that state of mind, that's why the Buddha asked him if any one of them can teach. And that means only the one who attend to the emptiness state of mind. That means no attachment at all. They could recognize the pure nature, and they could teach this Lotus Sutra, the one that talk about the Buddha nature. You understand the whole picture of this? Tell me, you understand this analogy and metaphor?
It's difficult. I think I understand parts of it. Every time you explain, I understand a little bit more, but it's a lot to comprehend.
Yeah. So when you understand the essential meanings of this, you will be not confused. But for me, when it was layman, when I read this, there's so much confusion. Yeah, it's this kind of friction. Right? But you need to understand the metaphor and analogy behind those passages. Uh, that's why for beginners, if they don't understand the basic teaching of Buddha, they get lost easily when they read this kind of passage. Mm. Okay, let's move on. Let's say, John, you want to read this one, John?
Starting wait, at this time, the world honored one, wishing to state his meaning once more, spoken verse. Poem saying, His holy Lord is world honored one, though he passed into extinction long ago. Still sees himself in the treasure lower coming here, for the sake of the law. You people, when do you know? Do you not also strive for the sake of the law? This Buddha passed into extinction endless numbers of couples ago. But in many places, he comes to listen to the law because such opportunities are hard to encounter. Buddha originally made a vow saying, after I have passed into extinction, wherever I may go, in whatever place, a constant aim will be to hear the law. In addition, these emanations these emanations of my body. Buddhists in immeasurable numbers like Gangesans have come desiring to hear the law, and so they may see many treasures. Thus come one who has passed into extinction.
You understand, John?
Mm.
You understand the meaning of this passage?
Not to like summarize it though.
Mm. So this Buddha just summarized what's happened, right? By using by picking these verses, right? So somehow he said that even the many traces Buddha appear again on this world to listen to the sutra, and of course that his vows, his past vow, wherever this sutra was spoken, he would appear. That means whoever recognize Buddha nature would see this many treasure Buddha. That means they could recognize the Dhamma body. Okay, yeah, go ahead, Thang Thiền. Can you do, please?
Yeah, most of the time. Each has abandoned his wonderful land as well as his host disciple, the heavenly and human beings, dragons and spirit, and all the offering they gave him, and has come to the place on purpose to make certain the law will long endure. In order to seek these Buddha, I have employed transcendental powers, moving immeasurable multitude, causing them to be clean and pure, leading each of these Buddha to the foot of a treasure tree, adorned as Lotus blossom adorn a clear cool pond. Beneath these jewel trees are lion seat, and the Buddha seat themselves on them, adorning them with a brilliance like a huge torch burning in the darkness of the night. A wonderful incense exudes from the body, pervading the land in the tender westerns. Living beings are wrapped in the aroma, unable to restrain their joy, as though a great wind was tossing the branches of small trees. Through this expedient means, they make certain that the law will long endure. From this I understand is so all these living beings they come to this place to make sure that the law will last forever, and so the Buddha uses transcendental power to make sure that the land is clean and pure, so that the Buddha will have the Buddhas who come over and to reside in this place. So he's talking about so there is also he has the lion seat under the jewel trees. So these lion seat are like shining brightly, and so there is a wonderful smell coming from the body. It will make the wonderful smell in all land in the 10 directions. So when these living beings smell these scents, they feel with a great joy, and and so when they learn about this, they will make sure that the law will last forever.
Mm.
That's how I understand.
Cô Thông Nguyễn, you understand this passage?
Mm, yeah, thưa thầy, I understand that um, this is the word of the Buddha. Um, so because um, in uh, in the Buddha state of mind, um, it is like a huge torch burning in the darkness of the night. So um, the um, the living beings sorry to that, I cannot find the words to explain this.
Yeah, okay, anyway, so again, did Buddha just summarize what he just taught? So first of all, the Buddha all Buddha in 10 direction gather here because they want to hear the Lotus Sutra, and the Buddha open, second Buddha Moni open the treasure town so that people can see the Dhamma Chua Buddha and both them sit together. And he asked the disciple asked if he can use his power to lift him up, so, and he did. And after that, he asked who could teach this sutra in the future for me, and that's why he summarized what's about based on these verses. So again, he uh, reminds us that yes, in order to recognize that you have the Buddha nature, you need to look within yourself. And when you attain that state of mind, when you can activate your Buddha nature, there's no uh, mental affliction. That means there's no heavenly beings, no human beings, no uh, animal, and so forth. That represent um, the impure mind. So that's why whoever attend to that state might attend the Dhamma Kaya of the Dhamma bodies of Buddhas. Um, they would see all the Buddhas gathered at once, and they would recognize their own many treasures, Buddha too. So that's the meaning. So don't be confused of the word in here, but we need to understand the meaning. Uh, I mean, the metaphor behind this passage. And you understand, Tammy? It makes sense or is confusion?
It's still confusing.
The confusion. Okay, let's see, put this way. I'll put this way for you to understand clearly. Okay, so you know we have three Dhamma body, right? Buddha has three bodies, three type body. The first one is Dhamma body. That means every one of us has that Dhamma body, no exception. But we have not activated that Dhamma body yet. You understand that? But for the Buddhas, all the Buddha they attain that Dhamma body already. You understand that? So for this sutra, the Lotus Sutra, the purpose is to help us to activate that Dhamma body, or to recognize a pure nature. You understand that? So as long as whoever uh, could activate that kind of Dhamma body or recognize that pure mind of Buddha nature, could see all the Buddhas in one place. It's like the keys. When you open the door, you can see everything inside the house. It makes sense, Tammy? That's what they call Dhamma body. The,
Yes, that makes sense.
yeah, the second one is the transformation body. That means every Buddha has skill to transform themselves into different body to teach sentient being. That's second body. And the third one is reward body. Reward body is mean depend upon their past vow, the practice. They could be different. But important is that all Buddhas as well as all sentient beings have Buddha nature, have Dhamma body. And this sutra talk about how to activate that Dhamma body. You understand now?
Yep,
So
that makes more sense. So is the Dharma body the Buddha nature? Is it the same as the Buddha nature? It's the same. Okay.
that, yeah, that I think we talked about before. Like let me put it this way. Uh, okay, so we have all kind of computer, right? Laptop, desktop, iPad, and so forth, right? But the function uh, is that we can log in into internet, even cell phone. They have similar function to log in internet. I just want to put this symbol. Whether we use laptop, whether we use iPad, whether we use a cell phone, we can all log into internet. Make sense? Log into internet. Internet is like the treasure town. That's similar to that analogy. You understand that?
Yes.
So that's why when we talk about Dhamma body, yes, everyone has Dhamma body, but for us, for common people like us, we could not activate that yet. But based upon this sutra, the Lotus Sutra, this sutra teach us or remind us that yes, we have this Buddha nature, we have this Dhamma body. That's why the illustration of all the Buddha gathered at one place. The illustration that the Buddha opened the treasure town to see the past Buddha there. That means if you study and believe this sutra, that yes, you have Dhamma body, and if you could activate that, you could see all Buddhas at once. Let me put this way in a simple way so that you can understand. It's like the mirror, right? If you want to get the fire from sun, you have to refocus that. You understand that? When you refocus the lens of the mirror, you can get the light. You can get the fire from the light. So the essence of the sun is the fire. Through this lens, right? Through this lens of the mirror, you can get the fire. You understand that now? So uh, without understand this sutra, we cannot without without learning this sutra, we cannot recognize our Buddha nature. It's like the mirror without that lens. You understand that? So as long as yes, we recognize we have that fire. Yes, we have that Buddha nature. Yes, we have Dhamma body like all the Buddha. We believe and we will transform ourselves according to the sutra the teaching how we recognize us. That's why in the Zen tradition it said, yes, you need to recognize your own mind is is the Buddha mind. You understand now? So forget about transformation body, so forget about the word body. That's every Buddha has different transformation body and reward body, but they have the same Buddha nature, the same Dharma body. That's more essential. Like one more example. Um, if you have CPA, right? If you have CPA license, whether you work for yourself, you work for the private company, you work for public company and so forth, you have that skill. And other people too, as much as they have that CPA license, they can know how to handle the bookkeeping, whichever. You understand that? You got my
Yeah.
point?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Thân Thiện, you understand this analogy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cô Thân Nguyễn, is anything clear now?
Yes.
Yeah, thầy giáo Pháp, you have any opinions about this? Anything about this?
About the three body.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about the illustration of many traces Buddha that we talk about this in this chapter.
Okay. Okay. So in this chapter, there's many tracer Buddha. That is the name of the Buddha. Only one Buddha.
Yeah.
So he the one who entered into extinction many thousand million of past in the past. But now he came here. That means it represents to the Buddha, the Dhammakaya. They know extinction. They know extinction. So basically, extinction only on the eye of the one who not yet be able to become the Buddha yet. But to the Buddha, they know extinction. But the Dhamma body is that means they know come and go. The Dhamma body always there. That is called the universal law. That is in body of the universal law. Does it make sense to you, Tammy? That means anyone who be able to understand all the universal law and who enlighten all the universal law, that represents for the Dhamma body. And based on this Dhamma body, we be able to have the reward body based on our vow. And based on our vow, also we will have the transformation body. So does that make sense to you, Tammy?
Yes, that makes sense.
Good. So in this sutra, the Buddha basically he want to show us that the Dhamma body is not come and go. They no enter extinction. But to the one who not yet enlightened as the Buddha, they see the Buddha extinction in many past life. But right now, the extinction body is the one that be able to speak to the whole assembly. That is very very wonderful. They never heard that before. The body already entered into extinction can be able to talk. So this is the Dhamma body. They know extinction for the Dhamma body. This is the absolute Buddha nature that every being has. That the Dhamma body only applied to the Buddha. But to the sentient being like us, only we call Buddha nature. We don't call Dhamma body. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
That's important. So in this teaching, the Buddha want to present us the absolute Dhamma body is there, and the Lotus Sutra is the one who revealed this teaching, who revealed that which revealed this kind of teaching that all been equally with the Buddha.
Okay. This is complicated, Cô Thông Nguyễn. It's understandable now.
Yeah, I understand now.
Yeah. Okay, so time is up. Let us finish then. Yeah, go ahead, Thông Thiện, please.
Namo Sakyamuni Buddha, Namo Sakyamuni Buddha, Namo Sakyamuni Buddha.
Thank you. So see you then.
Yeah, thank you.